talked about organization. You are interested in the organization behind
Yes, behind the venture, behind the
behind
vision.
the vision.
Yes.
How do you track that?
Yeah, it's very easy to track. Like I said, every vision needs an organization for its implementation.
Yeah.
So organization is, when we talk about organization, we are looking at how you are structured, how your
Organogram.
yes, your assembly of your team that would deliver
Okay.
on this vision. So
So
first,
the vocations that you have, how you have broken down the task.
Yeah, how you are broken down, then who is manning what? Do they have the competence to do what you have assigned them to do? Do you have round pairs in round hole? If you say this is your production manager, what is the coordinate experience does he have in the, maybe you are talking about palm kernel oil processing. Has this man ever worked in a PKO factory? So those are the things we are looking at. So we're looking at
so you'll be looking at not only the organogram,
Yes.
not only at the division of labor, the task, the vocation, but also the personnel behind each of those responsibilities.
Yes.
In terms of their antecedents.
And we go deeper to look at your quality management system. In quality management system, we are focusing on your processes and your procedure of doing things. If they are documented, better for us.
The checklist.
Yes, and that is one thing that most MSMEs
So if they're documented, you can trace the history.
You can trace the history. That is one thing that I want most MSMEs to pay attention to. You see, the problem with MSMEs is that because they are small, they always have this high turnover of staff. Some people come in the next month, they have found a better opportunity, they have left, they move on. So what you need to do is that because you have worked through all these processes when you were one man, now you want to expand. You have to document all the processes. This is the way we produce this product. This is the way we market.
The procedure,
break it down to a checklist.
Step
by step. This is so that when you bring in a new guy, he just read through that step. He produce at the level of excellence that you want.
And that
you don't spend time
and
training.
That way,
and
the outcome is consistently
the same. So you can be a caterer and you are delivering, you are cooking for a guest of 100, we are cooking for 100 guests or 500 guests. You know the quantity of rice, you know the quantity of water, you know how long the water should boil before you pour in the rice, you know how many minutes should steam before you add your ingredients.
So all of these would have guaranteed your seamless operation,
your products,
regardless of whether your factory has moved from a 10-man factory to a 1,000-man factory. Once you have your checklist in place, once you have your procedural step-by-step clearly spelled out, and you have your operation manual.
So you minimize errors, you minimize reject, that you produce 5 items and customers are complaining, this one did not actually meet our specification. Because you have followed your checklist in producing that particular product, errors are minimized.
So this gives you
quality is guaranteed,
and that gives the BOI an assurance that this is an organization that is worth investing
in. Because we are looking at how have you been able to, are you resourceful? Have you been able to manage your own fund before you ask somebody else, I want to bring this up. Yes, I want you to invest in me. I want to see how you are managing your fund. So the other aspect after looking at the production is your accounting processes. Very important, because at the end of the day, everything.
After you have established the profile of the personnel on the team, you now go to the accounting
the production process. You have been able to break them into processes and procedure checklists. Now we are looking at the accounting system. And by accounting system, we are simply saying that everything you do in business will end up in Naira and Kobo.
True.
You should account for each of them. You are buying something, it should be documented. You are selling something, it should be documented. Once it is that documented, it's very easy for us to know whether you are profitable or not. Because sometimes some people are in business, they are making money, but they are actually running at a loss. But because they are seeing cash.
What's going on is higher than what's coming in.
Yes, but because they are seeing cash, they feel that, I'm making money. When you document everything, it's easier for you to know whether you are making profit.
And also to identify whether the organization is bleeding.
Yes.
You may be making profit,
Yes.
but shortchanging yourself.
That's it. So we call it management by measurement. So you must be
So
keeping
BOI is interested in that as well.
Yes,
The
because-
accounting history of the organization
Yes.
and tracking the currency as it flows around the organization.
record keeping is so important. Because with the financials, I can tell you the health of any organization. So you ever wonder
With the
why
financials,
Yes.
you can tell me the health of an organization.
So you ever wonder
So you can use that as your sole
that is
diagnostic
it.
tool,
That is the so
like a
if-
medical doctor.
when you hear people or they say banks is asking for their 3 years of detailed financials,
Uh-huh.
it's because that is what we do.
You want to check, you want
Yeah.
to diagnose.
With the financials, and we know
The wellness
the
of the
character of the management. I know how where you are resourceful, how you are managing your inventory, how you are managing your credit. You may not know. You will just discover that some people are just selling goods to customers and they are not taking money back.
Yeah.
So with your financials, I do simple ratios and I'm able to tell you that, look, your days payable is just too long.